My beloved child, something is stirring around you today, something so unexpected, so unreal, that even heaven had to whisper it twice before letting it unfold. You may want to brace your heart, because what I'm about to reveal will feel like a storm moving through your chest. Your special person, the one whose silence has confused you, whose distance has felt like a mystery you couldn't decode, is standing at the edge of a decision that looks final, loud, and life-changing. Word is traveling fast around them, faster than they can control, and their name is being tied to something that feels like an ending, but is actually the beginning of a truth they can't outrun. People around them are saying they're getting married, yes, married, and the world around them is moving as if everything is set. But beneath that surface, something is cracking, because the bride they are being pushed toward, the beautiful bride everyone keeps talking about, she isn't who your heart thinks she is. And the moment you hear who she actually is, everything inside you will shift. Listen carefully now, because the deeper this goes, the more shocking it becomes. This marriage is not born out of love. Not desire. Not destiny. This is a marriage stitched from pressure, from expectations, from someone else's script, not theirs. And the bride, oh, child, this will hit you harder than anything else today. The bride isn't a romantic partner they secretly chose. She isn't a soulmate they suddenly found. She is someone their family, their circle, or their circumstances are trying to force into their life, someone who fits a role, not their heart. Someone who looks ideal on the outside but carries a truth that would shatter the illusion if anyone dared to look too closely. And while everyone else is celebrating an announcement, your special person is standing in the middle of it all, feeling trapped, suffocated, and more confused about their emotions than ever. Because despite this wedding talk, guess whose name refuses to leave their mind? Yours. Guess whose presence won't stop echoing through them? Yours. And all of this is creating a storm inside them so powerful that not even they know what to do next. But wait. The biggest reveal is still hidden behind a locked door they've been afraid to open. Because this bride, this so-called perfect match, is already carrying a truth that will blow apart every illusion the moment it surfaces. She isn't who she pretends to be. Her intentions, her motivations, the reason she's even in this connection, none of it is as clean as people think. And your special person can feel it. They can sense something off. Something false. Something that doesn't match the energy they once felt with you, something that doesn't spark their soul the way your presence did. That's why they've been restless. That's why they can't sleep. That's why their emotions are spiraling out of control. Because while the world is pushing them toward a future that doesn't belong to them, destiny is pulling them back toward a truth they left unfinished. And that truth is you. The tension is building. The countdown has begun. And the next revelation will change everything you thought you knew about this marriage. Before we continue, take a breath, because what unfolds from here will feel even heavier, even sharper, even more impossible to ignore. Today's energy is pulling back the curtains around your special person, revealing emotions they've been fighting, hiding, and denying for far too long. And now, everything around them is becoming chaotic. Their heart is pulling in one direction, while the noise around them is forcing them into another. But the real twist, the one nobody saw coming, is what's happening inside their mind at this very moment. The closer this marriage talk gets, the more their thoughts are drifting back to you with a force they can't escape. Your name, your memory, your presence, it's haunting them in ways they never expected. It's almost like their soul is waking up and screaming that they're making the biggest mistake of their life. And here's where the shocking part begins. That beautiful bride everyone keeps praising is not standing beside them because of love. She's standing there because something about this alliance benefits her, or benefits someone behind her. She isn't driven by emotion, she's driven by motive. Your special person is starting to see small cracks in her story. Little inconsistencies, little masks slipping at the wrong time. And the more these cracks appear, the more your special person is questioning everything. They're beginning to wonder why, out of all the paths destiny could have chosen, this one feels wrong. Why their heart tightens instead of opening. Why every time they hear whispers of this wedding, their chest gets heavy and their thoughts drift back to your face, your voice, your energy. They may not be speaking it out loud, but inside, they are breaking. Because deep down, they know this connection they're being pushed into is built on everything except truth. And let me tell you the part they will never admit to anyone, not their family, not their friends, not even themselves fully. Even if this wedding goes forward on paper, their heart will not be in it. Their soul will not be in it. Because the place their heart keeps returning to is you. And the universe is not done with this story yet. There's a twist coming, a big one, and when it hits, this entire marriage narrative will flip in a way no one saw coming. The truth will rise, the mask will fall, and your special person will be forced to face the one thing they've been running from, the depth of what they feel for you. Today's revelations are about to cut even deeper, so steady yourself, my child, because the truth that's approaching is louder, sharper, and far more explosive than anything revealed so far. Your special person is standing at the center of a storm they never prepared for. And while the world around them is busy celebrating this supposed perfect marriage, their inner world is collapsing piece by piece. They are beginning to realize that every step they take toward this wedding feels like walking away from destiny itself. Their soul keeps pulling them back to the moment they felt real connection, real emotion, real alignment. And all of those memories point in one direction, you. But this isn't just nostalgia. This is awakening. Something in them is starting to rebel against everything they're being forced into. Because here's the part nobody is saying out loud, but everyone close to them can feel, that bride, the one dressed in perfection, is wearing a mask stitched with intentions your special person is only now beginning to see clearly. There's a softness she pretends to have, a kindness she performs, a future she sells with a smile. But beneath all of that lies something hollow. Something calculated. Something that doesn't match the energy of someone who truly loves. And your special person, who once ignored their intuition, is finally listening to it. Every time the bride speaks, something inside them whispers, "This isn't real." Every time she stands near them, that uneasy feeling grows louder, heavier, impossible to quiet. They're finally sensing the truth. This connection is built on convenience, expectation, and appearances, not soul, not destiny, not love. And now comes the most stunning part, the twist destiny has been preparing behind the scenes. The more pressure they feel to move forward with this marriage, the more the universe is pulling them backward into unfinished energy, your energy. They've been dreaming about you. They've been remembering things they tried to forget. They've been feeling emotions they thought had faded. It's almost as if their soul is screaming at them that the wedding they're being pushed into was never meant to happen. And something shocking is about to unfold. Something so unexpected that this entire marriage script will crumble in an instant. Because the moment the truth about this beautiful bride finally comes to light, your special person will see exactly why destiny kept pushing them back toward you. The story is reaching its breaking point, and the next part will hit harder than anything so far. Listen closely now, because what unfolds in this moment is the turning point, the place where the entire story shifts from confusion to revelation. Your special person is standing inches away from a truth that has the power to break this entire marriage facade apart. And while everyone around them believes they're stepping into a perfect union, your special person is quietly falling apart inside. Their mind is spinning, their emotions are tightening, and every instinct inside them is screaming that something is terribly wrong. The closer the wedding talk gets, the more they feel like they're being pulled into someone else's destiny, not their own. And at the center of this emotional storm, one truth keeps hitting them again and again: they still love you far more than they ever admitted. They tried running from it. They tried burying it. They tried convincing themselves it was over. But destiny is ruthless, it doesn't let go that easily. And now, the bride's illusion is starting to crack wide open. Secrets are drifting to the surface, quiet whispers, subtle signs, things your special person wasn't meant to notice but can no longer ignore. There's something she's hiding, something big, something that explains why this whole marriage feels forced. Someone around her is pushing this union because it benefits them. She isn't driven by love, she's driven by gain. And for the first time, your special person can feel the falseness in her smile, the emptiness behind her words, the coldness in her intentions. And when they compare that hollow feeling to the warmth they once felt with you, the difference is like night and day. They're beginning to realize that no matter how perfect she looks, no matter how praised she is, she can never replace the connection they had with you. And that realization is hitting them harder than they ever expected. Now, before this moment ends, I need you to understand something powerful, something the universe is whispering directly to you. This story is not over. This wedding is not sealed. And the next reveal will flip everything upside down. But before we dive deeper into what destiny is preparing, make sure you stay connected. When this truth comes out, when the mask finally falls, you will want to be right here, hearing every second of it. The twist ahead is bigger than anything you've heard so far. Everything is shifting now, my beloved child, and the energy surrounding your special person is becoming impossible for them to ignore. They're waking up in the middle of the night with a heaviness they can't explain, a pressure in their chest that refuses to fade. And every time they imagine themselves standing beside that bride, smiling for pictures, pretending they're stepping into a future they don't want, their heart pulls back with force. It's almost painful now. Their soul is resisting the path being carved for them. Because deep within, they know something is wrong, deeply, undeniably wrong. And as the days move forward, they're starting to question everything. Why does this marriage feel like a cage? Why does every step toward it feel like betrayal? Why does their heart keep whispering your name? They're beginning to see that the universe is sending signs, loud and clear, almost shouting at them that they're walking into a life that isn't theirs. And the more they try to silence these thoughts, the more intensely they return. Meanwhile, the bride, the beautiful bride everyone is admiring, is becoming more and more transparent. Her real intentions are starting to surface in ways she can't hide anymore. Your special person is catching small moments where her charm fades, where her voice sharpens, where her sweetness slips into something colder, more calculated. And each time it happens, it shakes them. She isn't preparing for a marriage of love, she's preparing for a marriage of advantage. Her eyes don't hold affection, they hold ambition. And your special person, who once ignored red flags, is finally seeing every single one of them. They're noticing how she speaks when she thinks no one is listening, how she values the attention more than the relationship, how she talks about the wedding but never about the bond. And the moment your special person finally compares that emptiness to the way you once made them feel, safe, understood, genuinely seen, the truth hits them like thunder. This bride may be beautiful on the outside, but she can never touch their soul the way you did. But hold on, because the most unbelievable part is about to unfold. A secret, one buried deep beneath this entire marriage arrangement, is on the verge of being exposed. And when it comes to light, everything will shift in an instant. Because this wedding isn't just wrong, it's built on a truth someone has been hiding. Your special person is about to discover something that will make their entire world stop. Something about the bride, something about the reason she's even here, something that will shatter the image everyone has been worshipping. And when that truth breaks open, your special person will be forced to confront what their heart has been trying to tell them from the beginning. The future they're walking toward isn't meant for them. The connection they abandoned isn't dead. And the love they tried to bury is rising again. The next part will reveal the secret that changes everything. Something massive is about to erupt in your special person's life, my beloved child, and the energy around them is vibrating so intensely that even they can feel the shift coming. Their heart is no longer cooperating with the path being forced on them. Their mind is no longer quiet. Their intuition is screaming so loudly that they can't drown it out anymore. Every time they picture themselves walking toward that altar, something inside them collapses. They feel the weight of a decision that doesn't belong to them. They feel the ache of choosing a future that their soul rejects. And every time they try to push forward, destiny pulls them backward with an invisible force. They can't escape the truth anymore. They still think of you. They still feel you. And no matter how hard they try to convince themselves otherwise, you remain the one their heart recognizes. This internal battle is tearing them apart, and soon, it will push them to a breaking point. And while they're fighting their inner war, the bride's pretty illusion is crumbling faster than anyone expected. Her mask is slipping in quiet, subtle ways, just enough for your special person to notice the truth behind the softness. She's been hiding something. A truth so heavy that if the world knew it, this marriage talk wouldn't just slow down, it would stop entirely. The bride isn't preparing for a union of love, she's preparing for a gain. Her intentions are stitched with ambition, not affection. She's tied to someone's plan, someone's pressure, someone's benefit. And the more your special person watches her, the more they feel that chill, that hollowness, that sense of being trapped beside someone who wants the position, not the partnership. They're seeing moments where her eyes darken, where her words reveal selfishness, where her behavior exposes the truth she keeps buried. And each moment cuts another thread holding this marriage together. But now comes the most shocking twist of all, the truth that destiny has been waiting to reveal. A secret connected to the bride is about to rise to the surface, and when it does, your special person will feel the ground shift beneath them. This secret is the key to everything. It explains the timing, the pressure, the rushed decisions. It explains why this marriage doesn't feel natural, why everything around it feels staged. And once your special person learns this hidden truth, their entire world will freeze. Because this secret will destroy the illusion of the bride's perfection, expose the real reason she's standing beside them, and reveal why destiny kept pulling them back toward you again and again. The story is reaching its explosion point. And the next part will expose the truth that changes everything forever. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. My beloved child, what's coming next is the moment everything begins to collapse around your special person. The atmosphere around them is tightening, the pressure is rising, and the truth they've been avoiding is about to crash into their life like a tidal wave. They can feel it. Deep in their chest, deep in the silence of their nights, deep in the places they don't talk about. Something isn't right. Something doesn't add up. And the closer this marriage announcement gets, the more their spirit recoils as if it's warning them, this is not your path. Their dreams are becoming louder. Their intuition is sharper. Their emotions are out of control. And every sign, every single one, is pointing them away from the bride and straight back toward the connection they abandoned. It's haunting them now, pulling at them, reminding them of what real was supposed to feel like. Destiny is tightening the rope, with every breath, every hour, every moment. And then, the mask finally breaks. The bride's truth, the one she's been hiding, the secret wrapped behind her smile, begins to slip into the open. Your special person overhears a conversation, catches a look, notices a tone, and suddenly, everything makes sense. The bride was chosen not because she is the love of their life, not because she is their soulmate, but because she fulfills someone else's agenda. She is tied to an expectation, a benefit, a plan created behind closed doors. And the moment your special person realizes this, their stomach drops. Something cold spreads through them. Their trust fractures. They begin to see that her beauty was a distraction, her sweetness was rehearsed, her intentions were never pure. They see how she speaks about them when she thinks they're not listening. They see how she smiles at them, but looks past them. And in that exact moment, every doubt they had about the marriage becomes undeniable truth. They are being pulled into a life built on lies. But fate isn't done yet. As the truth unfolds, something even more shocking rises into the light, something so unbelievable that your special person freezes when they hear it. Someone connected to the bride has been hiding a secret that explains the entire push behind this marriage. This secret exposes motives, reveals manipulation, and shatters every illusion your special person had about why this union was happening. And when they uncover it, their heart breaks, not because of the bride, but because they realize how far they've drifted from the connection that was actually real. They think of you in that moment. Your name floods back into their mind. Your presence returns like a memory they can't escape. And they finally understand, the universe was never pulling them toward the bride, it was pulling them back to you. The next part will reveal the secret fully, and once it's spoken, nothing will ever be the same again. My beloved child, everything that has been hidden in shadows is finally stepping into the light. Your special person is standing at a crossroads so intense, so emotionally explosive, that even they can feel destiny pressing against their back. Their heart is racing, their thoughts are spinning, and the truth they just uncovered has shaken them to the core. The marriage they were being pushed toward, the one the world thought was perfect, was never about love, loyalty, or a real future. It was about strategy. About power. About someone else. Benefit disguised as romance. And now, your special person is seeing it all with crystal clarity. The bride wasn't chosen because she fit their soul, she was chosen because she fit someone's plan. Someone had everything to gain from binding your special person to her. And that realization hits them like ice water pouring over their spirit. But the real explosion, the truth that destroys the illusion completely, comes when your special person discovers what the bride herself was hiding. She was already connected to someone else, emotionally or secretly. A past she never spoke about. A connection she never ended. A feeling she never stopped carrying. And the moment your special person learns this, the room spins. Their chest tightens. Their trust collapses. They finally understand that they were never the bride's dream, they were her opportunity. She wasn't preparing for a marriage of hearts, she was preparing for a marriage of convenience. And as this truth unravels, your special person feels something powerful rise inside them, something they haven't felt in a long time, clarity. For the first time, they see exactly why their soul kept rejecting this union. The universe was screaming at them long before they listened. And now, in the middle of all this chaos, something unexpected happens, something that pulls them deeper into the realization they've been running from. As the bride's facade collapses and the truth spills out, your special person feels a sudden surge of emotion, for you. A longing that hits them so hard they have to sit down. A memory of your presence. A flash of your eyes. The sound of your voice echoing somewhere inside their chest. They realize that losing you wasn't healing, it was haunting. And the pain they feel isn't about the bride's betrayal, it's about how far they drifted from the one person whose love was genuine. Their heart twists, their breath shakes, and in that moment, something becomes undeniable, they still love you. And the universe is pushing them to make a choice they've avoided for too long. My child, destiny is preparing the final twist. The truth has been revealed. The illusion has fallen. And now your special person is standing face to face with a decision that will rewrite everything. The next part will reveal what they choose. And what destiny is pulling them toward with unstoppable force.